What's poppin' soul family, and welcome back to my channel. In today's pick a card, we are going to spill the tea on what is your person's problem and why are they behaving this way. So before we get started, if you are interested in the decks that I will be using today, we will be using the Heavenly Bodies astrology deck, as well as the Every Little Thing You Do Is Magic tarot deck as well. So if you're interested in that, my Amazon affiliate links are down below. And without further ado, we're gonna go on ahead and jump into those pile choices now. Alrighty, you guys, so here are the 4 groups that you have to choose from today. We have group number 1 with house 1, group number 2 with yin, group number 3 with Mercury, and group number 4 with house 2. Go on ahead and take a moment to think of your person and choose the card that you feel the most drawn to today. Pause the video if you need a little bit more time to choose, you guys, and whenever you are ready, I will meet you at your reading. The timestamps will be available in the description box below for your convenience. Hello to all of my beautiful people who have chosen group number 1 with individuality, self-image, and approach to life. And the card is house 1, ironically. I swear that was not intentional. It just came out with the reading. But yeah, let's get into it. So what is your person's problem? Okay, so immediately there is some anxiety surrounding self-image, like surrounding the way that they look to other people. It's very obvious, it's very apparent. We have the 9 of Swords here, and it just fell on the floor, which just gave me the validation that I needed for real. To be honest, a lot of readings don't really a lot of readers don't really read cards that fall on the floor. I do, because I'm like, no, I want the whole truth. I want all of it. Okay, we have the 9 of Swords, and when I picked it back up, I picked it up unintentionally in the reverse. So I do see, like, to me, that tells me I do see that there is like a potential for this energy to for them to come out of this energy, basically. But we have the 9 of Swords. Okay, right now they are dealing with a lot of anxiety. Okay, this anxiety, it surrounds like the way that they look. Okay, so this person could be very self-conscious of their appearance. They may not be happy with the body that they live in. Okay, or they may not be happy with their appearance. There's just something surrounding that. We also have the Ace of Wands. I feel like this was a very intense and heated connection that you had with this person. Like, that's very obvious. And then we also have the Champion of Swords. This person is very like witty. Like, I feel like they're very quick with their words. They're very quick with, and then we have the Ace of Swords too. Like, this person, they be quick with the comebacks. Like, you already know who I'm talking about. If I'm talking about your person, they're very, if this person is like more like on the quiet side, they will hit you with responses that you don't necessarily expect. But yeah, that is coming through very clearly. Also, with the Ace of Wands and Ace of Swords, I'm feeling like they're starting to develop new ideas, or new insights developing in this connection. So if you guys are no contact, I can sense that they are picking up on like some new things, like maybe things you've already noticed in this connection. It's starting to hit them like, oh dang, maybe this person really did show up for me, like, or dang, maybe this person really does have this trait and this quality that I actually tend to admire and kind of want for myself. That kind of vibe is like what I'm picking up on. We also have the Hanged One, okay, and the 10 of Swords. This person is really going through some stuff, okay, like they have been betrayed by the people in their life that they love the most. And then we also have the Hanged One here, which lets me know like this betrayal, whatever it is, it has kept them in a stalemate. It has kept them in a stalemate for a very long time. But I will give one thing to your person. They're not just sitting in this energy. I do feel as though they are moving it. But with the 2 of Pentacles here, this lets me know this energy, it's like, it does kind of point to and depict somebody moving energy, but like they're not really sure how to navigate it. It's like they're wielding it, but they're not wielding it correctly. Like, think to any like superhero movie or anything where somebody was giving like power and not really knowing how to wield it. That's what I'm seeing here. That's what this energy is giving me. And then we also have the Star here. So it's like, at the end of the day, I'm not bashing this person. I don't think that they are an inherently bad person. But what is coming to me right now is that I'm seeing they have a lot of power and they're not sure how to wield it. And with the star card, that kind of informs me that like they have everything that they need in order to wield this power properly. They are just not doing it. And that is why you're seeing the behavior that you're seeing right now. They were knocked off of their path. Like, they're knocked off of like what they're supposed to be doing. Which you can see like when this person is really operating from a place of authenticity. That authenticity is what drew you to them in the first place. That's why you like them. But the problem is that they're in this energy, but they don't really know how to wield it in the way that gets them what they want. Okay? But it is in the cards for them. I see that will happen like for them. That is something that they are going to attain in this life. So yeah, they're not doomed. Okay? They might have you fucked up though. That's what I'm hearing. They might have you messed up though. Them being in this stalemate might have you in a place where it's just like, okay, like, well, like, where do we stand? You are drawn to this person because of the imminent power that they have. And like, you just drawn to like who they are. But they have not fully stepped into that yet. Is the overall message. So that's what it is. They haven't fully stepped into that yet. They're still in the trial and error phase, but I do see them actually getting better. Like, I can honestly say this person has grown and does grow a lot. Like, they have the tendency and the capacity for growth. Okay? And for some of you, that might not really be enough for you. The capacity is not enough. You need to see that right here, right now. And that's real. Like, I get that. I understand that. But also at the same time, I feel like they're in that error phase. And a lot of you might move through that error phase. Like, this ain't really what I want. But for those of you who are wondering, like, you know, maybe you're in no contact or whatever the situation may be. You're wondering, is this person like doing the work to like grow and stuff like that? And it's, yeah, they are. They're doing the work. They're doing the work. They're doing what they need to like grow and like evolve into the person that they were meant to be. But also at the same time, I do feel like they understand the ways in which they might have you fucked up right now. And like, that's real. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's like what came through for the reading. Also, we have the individuality, self-image, and approach to life card. Before I forget, this card, this kind of lets me know that right now the way that they look is like very apparent to them, but they have not grasped the concept that look is not all. Like, that look is not everything. Looks can be deceiving. And they are so worried about what everybody else is thinking and like how everybody else sees them that they're losing out on like literally getting to know themselves. They're in that place right now. And I see that they have been feeling stuck in that place for a long time, but they will come out of it. They will, for sure. Like, it's in the cards, it's in the future. But whether or not that works on your timing, you know, that's completely up to you. I would not encourage you to sit around and wait on this person, but if they ever do approach you in their like most evolved self or more evolved self, definitely, like, if you feel intuitively pulled or like nudged to explore that, then you should. And like, there's something beautiful in that. So yeah, that's your reading. I thought it was a beautiful message, but let me know how it resonates down in the comments below, you guys. It has been my pleasure reading y'all today, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye. Hello to all of my beautiful people who have chosen group number 2. And the bottom of the card says intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. Okay. This is a very, very interesting reading. So you might have heard your person say like something along the lines of like, maybe y'all move too fast. Maybe they feel like y'all move too fast. Like, but the reality of the situation is nobody was moving too fast or too slow. You just beautiful as fuck. Like, we have the Empress card, and like, this person was not expecting that. This person was not expecting like this level of beauty, like this level of love to be just emanating off of somebody so close to them, like so close in their radius. Like, I feel like y'all got super close super fast. We have the 8 of Wands has here. This is giving a lot of passion, a lot of energy. Like, I'm hearing when doves fly. Don't know what that means, but like I'm just hearing like they felt it when you came in. Like they felt it immediately, and they felt it so quickly, and it threw them off. Like, it threw them off guard. Then we have the Six of Cups here, and I'm almost feeling like there's a part of them that in their mind they was like, this reminds me of how I felt, like maybe when I was younger, or it reminded them something of the past when they had like a much wider emotional capacity that they did not shut down. This person is used to like shutting off like a range of their emotions. Like, they're used to, I guess, maybe being or doing or operating in what is considered socially acceptable. But at the end of the day, like, no, that doesn't work for this person. That is not how they will attain true happiness, and they are starting to realize that now with the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel is turning in both of your favors, I feel. But the problem is, I feel as though this person decided, like this is the problem with pile number 2. This person made a decision on behalf of both of you. Okay? And I can feel y'all. Y'all are like, I'm tired of going through this same shit. I'm tired of repeating the same patterns. I'm tired of going through the same stuff. Where you might deal with a lot of people who say, like, I'm not good enough for you, or like, you deserve better. And they think that they're helping somebody, but really they're only helping themselves. It's a very selfish decision to make on your behalf is the reality of the situation. Like, it's a very selfish decision for them to decide that you deserve better, and that better is not them. You just decided that on my behalf. So if you feel as though you are not good enough, then come out and say that. But they're not saying that. They're just saying that you deserve better. It's like they're using you deserve better as like a comfort blanket, or like a comfort type of affirmation, and this ain't that. We have the Five of Cups here. So it's like both of you were led to like disappointment in this connection. You were led to disappointment because of them making that decision on your behalf, but they were led to disappointment because of the decisions that they made. I cannot make this up. Like, it's like for those of you who have chosen this pile, this is like a repetitive pattern that you have experienced. If this is not a pattern that you've experienced in your life, this may not, you might have chosen the wrong pile. But this may not be the reading for you. Yeah. We also have the Fool card here. So I'm seeing here we have the Fool, the Champion of Pentacles, and the Champion of Wands. This is a very, very interesting energy. This person really felt some type of way about not really being able to be a provider. They felt obligated to provide for you and show up for you in all of the ways in which you deserve, which is very valid. Like, yes, show up for me, love me in all of the ways that I deserve to be loved. But also at the same time, you can't give me that if you're not giving it to yourself. You get what I'm saying? Clock that shit. Clock that shit. You cannot give me anything that you have not yet discovered within yourself. And you know what? I know that a lot of people might feel some type of way about me saying that, but it's true. Like, where are you pulling from that reservoir? Like, what are you getting that from? You cannot come into my life and love me more than I have loved myself, you know? And we all live in our own realities and everything like that, but at the end of the day, you cannot give me more than I am willing to give me. And that is law. That's law, at least in the world that I live in. You can change the laws based off of whichever world you decide to live in. It's called manifestation. But if you here with me and you on this wavelength, you know, ain't nobody giving more to you than what they've given themselves. And you're certainly not giving anybody else more to you than what you have given to yourself. That is what it's giving. You, like, it's giving like And the crazy thing is about this pile, it's not that they don't have the capacity to give you what it is that you deserve. It's just that they haven't gotten over the mental hurdle of being able to give that to themselves before giving it to somebody else. That is what this person really essentially needs to work through. So I don't feel as though they're an inherently bad person. They just feel as though like they're ashamed of the fact that they cannot show up as a provider for you. That's what it is. They are ashamed of the fact that they cannot show up as a provider for you, and it comes out as, so like, I can't give you what you need, you deserve better. But for you, for your experience, it's you're making that decision on my behalf, and that's not fair to me. And this is an experience that I feel as though if you've chosen this pile, this is something that you repeat consistently. So that is something that you need to kind of speak on. It's okay if you can't show up for me in the ways that I need, but say that. Don't tell me it's because I deserve better, because I deserve the things that I want, and what I want is you. You know? So if you don't have the capacity to show up the way I need you to, that's fine. You can say that, but don't sit up here and make it about me and say that it's what I want, what I need, because it's not. That's that I'm feeling like that is like in alignment with the type of truth that you need to start speaking into this person. If you do speak, or if you are in no contact, or whatever the case of your situation might be, let them know, if you gonna make a decision for us, make it on your behalf. Don't make it shit to have to do with me. I'm feeling like that is like something that you kind of have to get out, pile two, because this is an experience that I feel like you have repeated over and over and over again, and it's very clear that this is something that you want to end, which is valid. You are so valid, group 2. You are so valid. This is not an easy experience to have, but speak up and say, yo, that's you. Like, what you saying? Like, that's you. That's all you. That has nothing to do with me. This journey, this experience being about me, I want to be with you. So if you don't want to be with me, come out and say that. Don't tell me it's about what I want. Don't tell me it's about what I deserve. Just come out and say, like, hey, I can't give you what it is that you want, and I will take that and I will go. I will go somewhere and I will find somebody who can give me what it is that I want. Now that might have your person a bit, messed up in the head a little bit, but at the end of the day, like, it is what it is, That's the overall reading that I get for you guys, group number 2. You can love this person. There's nothing wrong with loving this person. There's nothing wrong with sharing your love and like telling them what you feel. But don't let nobody else tell you how you should feel or how you should show up or what you should think, because at the end of the day, like, that's for you to decide, and some people, they do this as a means of dodging accountability, and this ain't that, so that is the overall message that I have for you, group number 2, for why your person is acting the way that they acting and why they doing the stuff that they doing. This is why. A lack of accountability on their part, and literally you just being so amazing they feel like they cannot, compete, That's the type of energy that I'm getting. But yeah, you guys, let me know down in the comments how this reading resonated for you guys. Be sure to leave a like, thumbs up, and also I will be dropping the Amazon affiliate links for the decks that I used in the description box below. Be sure to check that out if that is something that you guys are interested in. And without further ado, I hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye. Hello to all of my beautiful people who have chosen group number 3 with Mercury. And the bottom of the card says think, learn, network, and communicate. Okay, you guys, so we start off the reading with the 9 of Cups and the 3 of Swords. Immediately, this lets me know that this person is very much focused on exactly what it is that they want after literally going through something that might have like genuinely destroyed them. Because the 3 of Swords reversed, this is like, in traditional tarot, well, even in this tarot, like you can see that's a heart, right? That's literally being stabbed. Okay, you turn it into reverse, the knives are sliding out, or like the swords are sliding out of that heart. So like this person is healing. Okay, whatever it is that they're doing, whatever it is that they're going through, is part of their healing journey. Okay, and then we also have the Queen of Pentacles reversed as well. They're healing from somebody who is very greedy. Okay, somebody in their life, somebody in their circle or their corner was the type that was like very much take all you can get. Like take all that you can get, take all that you can get out of this person. Very strong Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy coming through here. We also have very strong Virgo with the Hermit. We also have the Hierophant card here. This person is healing from somebody who was very greedy. This person has become used to connections or relationships that there was an imbalance between the two of them, like maybe where they used to overgive or overextend themselves. So as a result, they have become very, maybe even stingy. They may even embody a lot of these qualities within themselves now with the Queen of Pentacles reversed. They could have been very greedy in your relationship, or there might have been some times where you looked at them and you thought like, you kind of selfish, you know, and it's because of this. This person is actually very giving in nature is what I'm hearing, or they once were very giving in nature. So if you looked at their behavior and you were like, yo, the way you moving is very self-interested, very self-motivated, very selfish, it's because like when they put somebody else before them, or they put somebody else's needs before their own were neglected in the process. And so as a result, that might have caused them to show up in the relationship with you to be quite selfish is what I'm getting. We also have the Six of Swords here and the Hierophant. This person or you, one of y'all in this connection could have at one point been married, and with the Six of Swords there could have been a lot of travel and a lot of movement in that relationship, or surrounding the ending of that relationship. There was a lot of movement, there was a lot of shuffling around. We also have the Hermit card. This person spends a good amount of time to themselves, so they might be outwardly expressive when you are with them or when you are around them, but then when they're when you guys are apart, they do tend to need that time to themselves. This is very strong Virgo energy with the Hermit card, like very, very much so, like very much to themselves, very much like give me a minute, I need a moment to ponder on like my entire existence. Like that is the type of energy that I'm getting from this. We also have the Elder of Wands and the Five of Wands. They have a very, very fiery energy about them. Very strong Sagittarius, Aries, Leo type of energy. They have a very like strong presence about them that is very, very strong and very intense. Might even actually really catch you off guard for real. And it's because with the Five of Wands, I'm feeling like this person has dealt with way too much conflict in their personal relationships, to the point where they're actually, with the Mercury card, there actually might be some reluctance. And there's definitely some reluctance, because literally I couldn't even pick the card up. Like the card wasn't even trying to go into my hand. There is some reluctance surrounding like communicating. This person might appear very emotionally reserved, and that is because when they tried to communicate their feelings or experiences in the past, I'm getting an energy like it would always lead to some sort of explosion or some sort of like big blow up type shit, like is what's coming through with the Five of Wands. Literally maybe even physical fights. This person might have even had like situations like that where they could have actually really gotten into it with somebody else, or really got into a fight with somebody else, that type of thing. So they choose to genuinely keep a lot of stuff to themselves, literally to preserve themselves. It's really not even about anybody else, is kind of what I'm getting from the situation. So overall, it's like, why are they behaving this way? Why are they coming coming across this way, this person is genuinely in a place of life where they are healing. They are healing certain patterns and things that play out in their lives. And a lot of the times, things that you wouldn't even suspect kind of cause this person to end up working through those patterns that are playing out in their lives, because this person doesn't want to continue to repeat the same patterns over and over again. They're in a place of deep healing, and I feel as though there is an energy surrounding them of them being very like misunderstood by the people around them, because of the fact that they don't stop to explain themselves to other people. And they used to, like, I'm hearing like they used to stop to explain themselves to other people, but I'm hearing some things are better left. I was gonna say some things are better left said than done, but honestly, I'm thinking with this person, it's the opposite. Some things are better left done than said. This person is the type of person that allows their actions to speak for themselves. But they need to learn that when it comes to people that they love, communication is key. Communication is vital. Okay. But I'm feeling like with the Mercury card, there's like an energy of like, when it comes to communication, this person is only going to communicate with people who are, like, for example, they need to work on their communications with you, but also at the same time, I'm feeling like they're only going to communicate when it comes to things and circumstances in their life that they consider like vital. Is what's coming through. Things that they consider vital, or things that they really see like growing in the future. So if this person is not investing in you the way that maybe you had intended, it seems like there's something surrounding communication that really needs to be looked at here. There is an emphasis on a difference in communication styles is what I'm trying to say with 30 million different words. But yes, so that is what I'm getting here. I feel as though with the 9 of Cups, that's a solid indication that the two of you want the same things, but there are two different communication styles at play, which could lead to a lot of misunderstandings. With the Hermit card, your definitions of alone time may not really be lined up or synced up to one another. But just because you guys are different from one another doesn't necessarily mean that you guys are like bad for one another per se. So I do see this being a very fruitful relationship in terms of you being able to like balance one another out, but also at the same time, I feel as though that is going to require work and communication on both parts. Hence, the Mercury energy, like communication in this relationship is very vital. So yeah, that is the overall message. Bear in mind, you guys, with the Mercury card, this one hit the hardest for me because my strongest aspect in my birth chart is literally with Mercury. Like and I have Mercury in retrograde too, like natally. So if you know about Mercury retrograde and you know about like miscommunications and stuff like that, that Mercury retrograde can bring, I actually have that natally. So trying to actually like use words to convey this energy is a lot. But yeah, you guys, just putting that out there. So that's what I see. Y'all let me know if there's anything I need to clarify or how this reading resonated for you guys. It has been my pleasure tapping into y'all's energy for today. And without further ado, I'm going to jump into pile 4. I hope to see you guys in my next one though. Bye. Hello to all of my beautiful people who have chosen house 2. And the bottom of the card says physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth. This one was a juicy one, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. So why is your person acting the way that they acting? Or like, why are they doing the things that they're doing? Okay, so we start off the reading with the 3 of Cups and the Justice card. So immediately I'm feeling like this person is the type of person, they seek validation through the people in their life, like through their friends and family and like the other relationships in their life that they consider to be significant. They seek validation through there. Okay, and then we have the 2 of Wands and the Emperor card. This honestly seems like this is how they build their confidence, because with the Emperor card, that's how the people, they have a solid support system. That's how the people in their life see them. That's how the people in their life view them. But with the Two of Wands, I'm feeling like that's, they just really, overall, they just really want somebody to share it with. They just really want somebody to share it with. But the problem is, we have the Devil card. The Devil card surrounded by Temperance. The problem is that they know at times they have a tendency to get a bit greedy. Okay, they get a bit greedy, and with the Temperance card, there's not enough balance. Okay, a lot of the times this person, they becomes consumed with just how much can they take without giving back. That's the type of energy that I'm getting. I don't know how I feel about this, to be honest. I don't know how I feel about this, because it's like, it would not surprise me if those of you who chose this pile, like, y'all chose this pile because maybe there was like a lack of like give and take in this relationship or something like that. There's a lack of reciprocity in this relationship. That's why you hear those of you who chose this pile, you probably in no contact, or probably in no contact because of a lack of reciprocity in the relationship. And that might not even have been how the ending happened per se, but it's almost like the distance between the two of you in this connection. With the Temperance card, I'm seeing distance. The distance between the two of you in this connection made it very apparent just how much of a lack of reciprocity was here. And I'm hearing for you guys that chose this pile, like, that was enough for you, because you had enough connections in your life where there was a lack of reciprocity, or there was more so like you were the one that was always giving more emotionally compared to them. And then we have the Six of Wands and the Two of Cups. See, and this is the thing, okay, with the Six of Wands, I'm seeing that they do see you. They see you in the correct light. They see you for who it is that you are, and like how it is that you show up and your authenticity. They see that, and they actually love that. They actually adore that about you. But with the Temperance card, I still have to question. I still have to wonder, was there a balance in this relationship? How did you feel? How did you feel, sis? Like, were they reciprocating? Were they showing up for you? Like, that's those are questions that I have to ask, And then we have the Two of Cups here. So they're looking at you now like, oh my God, this is my person. This is my soulmate. And the recognition is there. The seeing how beautiful you are and how magnificent you are, it's there. Like, it's showing up clear as day. I can see it. But are you willing to show up for me in the ways in which I need you to, in the ways in which I'm showing up for you? And then it's like crickets after that. So what we finna do about this? Like, are we gonna allow this, or, because I'm seeing that, you're here because on some level this connection has brought you a lack of fulfillment. But you showed up. You showed up with your hands full. Like, you never showed up empty-handed when it came to this person, and when it came to this connection, when it came to this relationship. You was always on go. You always anticipated your partner's needs. Because that's what a good partner does, and that's what you want in return. And I'm just seeing, like, this person, instead of pouring back into you, they got caught up. They got caught up in how much they could take. And, like, for you, you're like, bro, what is that? Because with House 2, with House 2, there is an energy of, like, material security. There might be times where you ain't got it like that, but you always gonna make a way. You always gonna have everything you need regardless. And you're so generous too. Even when you don't have much to give, you're still so generous because you operate in that energy. You operate in that frequency of abundance. And somebody saw that, and you saw that, you saw them, and you felt the urge to pour into them and to give to them. And just show up for them in all the ways that you need. And then we have the Devil card. They became consumed with seeing just how much they could take. And you keep giving it to them because you love them. but also at the same time, they might have done something. They might have let the mask slip just a little bit, just enough for you to see that what was underneath might not have been what you thought was there on the surface, or what you thought was below the surface. Some shit might have caught you off guard. You saw that shit and you were like, whoa, I don't know about all of that, you know? And they might have ran off and hid for a little bit, like, oh shit, I didn't mean to show all of that. I didn't mean to show maybe that I have some narcissistic tendencies, or I didn't mean to show that, you know, I may not have had this person's solid interest at heart, or may not have gave a fuck about how much they need in comparison to myself, you know, might not have taken to their needs into consideration. But I still would like to access that energy. I would still like to access that type of reservoir. And I'm just, for you guys, group number 4, I'm not sure how I'm feeling about this energy. Like, I'm not sure how I'm feeling about it. Because, like, on one hand, you're like, you don't see them as, like, a bad person, an inherently bad person. You like keeping them around because, like, you enjoy their company. You both enjoy their company. Like, I'm feeling like the feelings are mutual. But it's almost giving, like, every single time y'all come around each other, like, one another, it's like you're leaving depleted and they're leaving with a full battery every single time. That's the type of energy I'm getting from this relationship. They see you and they recognize your worth and their value, but instead of contributing to that and pouring that back into you, they're taking from it. That's why this person is acting the way that they acted. We got the devil card. They got some shit they gotta work through. Group number 4. That's what the case is. And I don't think that they're, like, all fully about. For those of you who are like, nah, this person is a straight up narcissist, and you know, then that's your message. That's, leave them the fuck alone. Obviously, like, you don't need me to tell you that they ain't the one for you. But, like, for those of you who are like, okay, but, like, I love this person, and it's very clear that they love me too, but they acted like this. Yeah, that's what it is. You gotta pull back some of your energy. Is like, you can't let them back in until they start pouring into you, and that pouring into you needs to be, like, consistent. Is, like, the overall energy, if you decide to let them back into your life. Also, there was an additional energy of, like, maybe some of the people in their corner or some of the people in their circle. We have the 3 of Cups. This person could be a bit of an escapist with the devil card. There's some people in their corner or some people in their circle that might be giving them some advice that on shit that they don't even have. They shouldn't be giving no advice on, like, whatever topics they be giving advice on. Some people in this circle may not have the best influence as well, and your person, like, they do kind of come across like sweet. They don't come across like an inherently evil person. They just don't have discernment. They don't have discernment, and they might have a bit of an addictive personality as well, to the point where, like, you know, they're investing in things. They will frequently invest in things that literally don't serve them, and you're telling them that, and you're showing them that, and yeah, like, that's just how it ends up playing out. They don't listen, and they end up investing in things that don't serve them, and neglecting the things that do. Yeah. There's a lot of different ways that this could go, but there's, like, that is the overall energy that I'm getting, you guys. So that's why your person acting the way they acting, or why they doing the shit that they doing. That's the answer there, you guys. So let me know down in the comments how that reading resonated for you guys. It has been my pleasure reading for you guys once again. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye.